Oh my lord, the sound starts so loud. Let me get these. Whew, that is so loud in my ears. It apparently doesn't save. I turned the music down before, but apparently it doesn't save that. Alright, so this is West of Loathing. I'm going to do my best to read as much as I can. We're going to start a new game. You can have a bunch of characters here. You see my characters got. You also see immediately that the art style is exactly that of Kingdom of Loathing. So we're going to go. This is great. You get to. This is how you basically build your character. If I shoot stuff, my wanted for protagonizing, because you're the protagonist, you can randomize your character and the amount of meat that they're worth. This will give you a random girl. This will give you a random dude. This will change your name to like a random animal. This will change it to a random bird, and this will change it to a random cat, such as Garfield Garner or Heathcliff Foss. So let's go random bird. Larry Littlefield. Sounds good to me. Shoot a couple things. Here we go. This is I Had the Strangest Dream. I was choosing a character class. So, like I said, similar to the three main stats in the game: muscle, moxie, and mysticality. Obviously, Cowpuncher works on muscle because he's punching stuff. Beanslinger works on magic as he's conjuring with his cool wizard hat, and then Snake Oiler has some tricky business going on there. So, and you click on a class, you'll get more information. Cowpuncher solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them with a disagreeable feller in a disreputable saloon, or using him to punch a slightly more disagreeable feller in a slightly less reputable saloon. You've heard that cowpunchers are in demand out west since the cows came home, which stands to reason. The cows aren't going to punch themselves after all. So I've been playing all three classes. I'm going to go with the cowpuncher for the purposes of this run, because I think it's just a fun class. So we walk around with Waz, and we interact with things when we get close automatically, and we interact further by pressing E. This weird poster appeared here one night, and that's very cute. So you read the spine of one of your books, Clementine Bobbisay and the Black Forest. Mom gave this to me a few years ago. So you can read another title, Journey to Vampire Gulch. Rufus liked this one as much as I did. Lola Hardy and the Incident at Eagle Warehouse. I remember that one. If we read enough titles, we get a hey, this one might come in handy. You get a book of stupid walking. So to use an item, we go to our inventory here. Here you can see we currently have no equipment. Our muscle, mysticality, and moxie are all 1. We have 20 HP. We have 1 action point. Our speed is 1. Stomach, liver, and spleen. See how it's all calling back now. But you see our limits are currently 1 on all of those. So this book tells the tale of renegade sheriff who is really, really bad at walking. So unlock stupid walking as an option. So let's read it. You've read the book from cover to cover and learn how to walk really stupidly. New perk, super walking. Nice. You accidentally dropped the book and ruined it by stepping on it 30 times while trying to pick it up. Oops. So what does stupid walking do? Well, it makes you walk stupid. And now you walk around stupid. Let's get another. It randomly changes. So, and you have a new option here. I am going to turn it off. As funny as it is, I think it's going to be a little distracting. So, all right. Goodbye, desk. There we go. Gain 1 XP. Progress toward next skill. 1 out of 5. Comb her hair one last time. We also turn off the music. You pull the needle away from the cylinder and stow the handle. See, even the handle's gone. We can turn it back on if we wanted to. Goodbye, phonograph. Hi, Russell. How you doing? Call. I'm gonna miss you, buddy, or leave Russell alone. Miss you, buddy. Call. Let's feed Russell a cricket. Grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Goodbye, Russell. Be good. Or maybe it's time for you to leave, too. You know what? If we're going to leave, let's let Russell leave. You open the bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, caws one time, and then flies away to the west. It's time to hit the trail. All right, so here's something. There's a lot of attention to detail in this game, and let me show you what I mean. Walk through this door, and you hear the music like muffled. because it's playing from this. No music anymore. Stack that wood and we get another XP. Nothing on the hat rack. The hearth really puts the hearth in Hearth and Home. Gonna miss Mom's cooking. It's Mom's pie safe. Keeps all our pies safe. You'll miss meals with the family. And then here, this is your brother's room, your little brother's room. It's covered with all his weird diagrams and charts. So tidy. Let's see, you pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Triate day substitutions, Estes equations, Albuquerque. How many different languages do you need to know to learn about numbers? Corpus arnumsum ramen. No wonder I never know what he's talking about. So we go to his toy chest. We can look inside. Check your brother's toy box. Yeah, he loved this stuff. Find a little puzzle cube. Clearly a Rubik's Cube. Fiddle with it. Hey, your brother already had most of the way solved, but you figured out the last couple of moves. Hooray! Free experience point for me. And let's go. And let's go. And here we go. We're outside the house. And here are... Oh, yeah. No time to screw around out in the woods. Time to head west. Let's talk to our mom. Her mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're going to miss you, kiddo. Oh, before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's that book you wanted for Crimbo. Crimbo is the equivalent of Christmas. There's always a Crimbo. Am I behind that? No, I'm not. Okay, good. There's always, every Christmas there's a Crimbo event, and the joke is, this is the worst Crimbo ever. I know it's early, but the one about picking locks, oh boy. The one about desert survival, oh boy. The one about bartering, oh boy. So picking one of these books will give you a skill. I believe you get if you play through the game right, you can get the other ones as well. But we'll start with just picking locks is always going to be a good thing. But the bartering is also pretty good. But we'll start with picking locks. Oh, the world picking locks. That's the one. Enjoy it. Locks and how to pick them. Please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. She hugs you. I will, Mom. Goodbye. And you can talk to her again. Mom raises her eyebrow. Just one more hug before I leave. She smiles and hugs you again. So let's go learn our new skill. This book is Comprehensive Guide to Advanced Lockpicking Techniques. It's got a whole chapter on tumblers. Gives you lockpicking expertise skill. And quickly memorize the entire book. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be free to make their escape. Go, orphans, go! He's just rocking out on that pitchfork. That's awesome. I didn't see that animation before. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. Time for me to leave, Dad. His lips quivered. Listen, I wanted you to have this. It's your grandma's brass knuckles. Brass knuckles. These are your grandma's brass knuckles. Your grandmother was a force to be reckoned with. Thank him. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. Something I missed on my first playthrough is it's a haystack, let's dig through it. Hey, a needle. You get a needle from the haystack. Then we automatically equip the brass knuckles because we had nothing there. The needle come into play later. This is our brother. Let's say goodbye to him. Brother Rufus is standing there looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him the puzzle back. Hand the puzzle. He starts fidgeting with it. Say goodbye. Hey, Rufus. Time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. It's got a point, you know. Why are you going west? Help people, seek your fortune, get off this stupid farm. Which one of these options you pick actually affects the game. There's a lot of subtle things like that in both Kingdom of Loathing and this game where you're given choices and they are important. They do affect the game in a meaningful way, but not in a way that's so big that you could really ruin something or screw stuff up if you didn't choose the right one. Let's just say to get off this stupid farm. Rufus, you know how much I hate it here. I can't stay. I've got to go where the action is. But it's so dangerous. 60% of people who go west get killed within a year, and that statistic was before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. Give him a playful punch in the arm. Alright, and now we just head west. Go west, young man. Alright, so this is where you would go to the tutorial on your first playthrough. And we're going to do the prologue because it's a lot of fun, and I have a good time doing it. So looks like this isn't your first rodeo. Would you like to skip the Boring Springs prologue and head straight to Dirtwater? I'm not gonna. Another reason I'm going to skip the prologue is because it's a great look at this game, what this game has to offer. They did a great job with this prologue. Any horses or partners you unlocked in the previous game will be available to you, and you'll start with 101,337 meat and some of the more important items from Boring Springs. So the horses and partners, I'll explain once we get to Boring Springs. The meat, you get to, on all runs after your the first time you go through the prologue, you get to start with the maximum amount of meat that you left with, and 1,337, which is leet speak for leet. That's a joke that comes up in Kingdom of Loathing a little bit. It is the maximum that you can get. There's actually an achievement for it, so I took the time to figure that out and do that. But no, we're not. I want to play the prologue again, so I'm gonna get a drink while the prologue starts. This is all in engine, by the way. This is not like a cutscene. I'm going to skip the opening credits if you just ride in a turnip cart. You skip the credit sequence when your character rode the turnip cart across the Great Plains and into the sleepy town of Boring Springs. Highlights of the trip include, and then you get the credits, I'm sure it was spectacular. So, we can get this turnip that fell off the turnip cart, dusted turnip. This guy who's drunk, hey, watch it, hick buddy. So, a chunk of wood broken from this hitching post. Let's grab it. There's a sign on the door says "Gone drinking." There's some poop you can walk on. Makes a little squishy sound. Now, there's cactuses you can walk into. And if you walk into enough cactuses, this is just a cheap way to do that. Bang! Ow! Dagnammit! You got perked, mostly scabs, and poked by so many cactuses that your body has built up an entire extra set of skin capillaries just to deal with the constant tiny puncture wounds. Plus 5 HP. Pretty nice free little bonus there. We have a bar. Let's head into that. As you walk into the saloon, a crazy-eyed guy sitting at the left of the door shrieks and waves your attention. Hey, what's your hat? Where's your hat, dagnabbit? Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. Let's check out that box. You look through the hat box and find a sturdy-looking Stetson. That looks like something you'd wear. Got a 4-gallon hat. Just the right size for your 4-gallon head. Plus 1 muscle. Muscle's a stat we like. Also notice that our icon changed here, which is, again, great attention to detail. Grab that, put it on. Thanks, sir. Pete! Thanks, Pete. He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy nod. Say, filler. Yeah. You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Willer, no pressure. All right, I'll keep that in mind. So there's Pete. That guy is asleep. This is one of the jokes you're gonna encounter a lot in this game. This is spittoon. This is spittoon. People spit in it, without even looking in it. That's absolutely disgusting. Without even looking in it that it's absolutely disgusting. Let's look in it. Yeah, it's full spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and it looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting. And the smell. Even from a distance, it smells horrible. Let's look closer. You are now on your hands and knees peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Wait, something shining at the bottom? Get it. You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. Yep. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never mind. Never surrender. You plunge your hand to the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Search. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring, probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations! You got the nasty ring, +1 to everything. Though getting the ring was traumatic, you have to admit, it was worth it. Hooray! So yeah, that's it's actually a pretty good item to get out of the gate. As you know, because look at that, already we're buffing up our stats a whole bunch. So you already have a hat. What would you do with 2? I mean, hard to argue with that logic. Let's see this guy. Probably leave him alone. He's just playing his piano. Woman glares at you. You should probably just let her drink. Howdy, I'm Larry. Howdy, Larry. I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Oh, the horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming? Nice. No, I mean horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh. Is that why you're drinking here instead? Yep. And me being here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? 1. Kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. There we go. And let's talk to the bartender. You walk up to the bar, wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, see a sign taped to the back of the wall reading, "Reward for lost bucks, 25 meats each." The bartender finally notices you. Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Larry. What brings you to our little backwater? Ask about work. Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Strings already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of a errand town, if you get what I mean. If you're looking for a real job, I recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. What about the railroad? The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. Dirtwater. Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from rural law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damn cows. Lots of opportunity there. Yeah, the cows coming home was a lot of demon cows. Setting stuff on fire. We'll learn more about those shortly. Pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep, very younger man. I'd probably head that way myself. Let's ask about errands. You mentioned errands. Yeah, the Forsaken Burg is always falling apart in one way or another. And the hostler is always needing help since he hurt his leg. And that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody do his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle the goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Weak fungicide. I'll take care of it. Alright, so let's head down there. So I love the lighting effects when you have the, when you have like the way the shadows come off of you and stuff like that. So here we got pile of newspapers. It's RPG, pick up everything as it nailed down. Whiskey, a crate of Nurse brand whiskey. Good for what ails you, you bet. I guess we never established your age. Good thing Lou drinking age here can reach the top of the bar. So also we never looked at this. Is a copy of the Boring Street newspaper from about 6 weeks ago. This whiskey's too cheap for you to even consider drinking it, and given your legendarily low standards, that's really saying something. All right, here's the goblin. Goblin shouts, "Brioc!" Let's attack him. And this is combat. So in combat, you have enemies over here. You're over here. There's actually you can't see it, but there's a 3x3 grid, 9 slots. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can attack them too. You can attack nothing. But you click on a slot, and that's your target. And then here, or what we can do, use an item. We can use the fungicide if we wanted. We can attack for 7 to 8. This still feels really loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more. I'm also going to turn it down my ears a little more. There we go. We can shoot for 2 damage. That's not that good. We can beef up we have use our 1 action point to increase our muscle by 2, and it won't end our turn. We also heal once per fight to recover 15 HP. So let's get beefy. All right, remember this attack was 7 to 8, but now it is 9 to 10. So let's punch this guy. Bam! 9 HP. Suck it. And then he hits us back for a whiff. Just keep. The only thing we can really do is keep hitting him. He whiffed again. Lucky us. And fight's over. So fights in this game will generally go either you pretty much dominate or you get dominated, but because the combat is more of a means to an end. But there can be some interesting combats for sure. Having dispatched the goblin, you pat yourself on the back for a job well done. He left spores everywhere, though. You hose them down with a can of fungicide. All right, head back upstairs. All right, howdy. Howdy, good to see you again, Larry. Tip your hat to the bartender. Took care of that goblin. Thank kindly, Larry. You're a Santa fella. In that moment you walked in here, reaches into the bar and grabs a bag of meat. Here you go. It's the least you can do away with thanks. All right, let's ask, who's the lady drinking whiskey out of the beer mug? Ugh. That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. Real tough broad. Ain't recommended you pester her. Why is that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustration about it. Ouch. Woman glares at you. Howdy, Susie. Howdy, cowboy. Who's going to be searching for a spittoon for his teeth? Searching the spittoon for his teeth if you don't leave me in peace? Okay, bye-bye then. All right, let's go to the sheriff. There's the sheriff. Oh, what's this? Lost mug. Recover that mug. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm sheriff for these parts. The what? He sighs. The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Say, you happen to be looking for work, would you? Matter of fact, I am. Great, because I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here. Called themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took the cell door with them. I ain't, well, it ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it for me. Play on the stats there. Well, you do it. You're the sheriff after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. All right, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. It takes a pistol from his desk and hands it to you. Got the deputy pistol. Pistol is deputized during one of sheriff's most recent benders. Deputy, you deputized a gun? You're new in town. Maybe you ain't noticed. There ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down the Fricker Gang hideout location for you. He makes a little note on your map. Got it. I'll be back with the door. And here are some posters. Naked Mike Bernstein, wanted for bird theft. Help wanted. Water poster. Supply in person at you and Marshall's office. All right. And then here's a trade guy. Step right up, step right up. Braid's the name, trade's the game. You seriously doubt his name is Braid. Howdy, Braid. What are you trading? Well, sir, today I'm trading a locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And that cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, without adventurous soul, I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. So I'm not particularly interested in any trades at the moment. Get lost. That's the looks like the doctor. There's something we can't do anything about. Let's do this. You approach weird cactus man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, cactus man. Howdy yourself. Name's Bill. Cactus Bill. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and turned into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. That's why they call you Cactus Bill? Nope, that's just a coincidence. Oh. Does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus. Oh, haha, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keep me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read, you know. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? We found a newspaper in the basement. Let's give him that newspaper. Much obliged, partner. Now, let's see here. What can I do to return favor? Oh, I know. My shovel. Left it behind the outhouse at Orehole Mine. It's yours if you get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. Thank you, sir. Behind the house at Orho Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. And there you go. Now he's reading his paper. Let's go talk to the horse guy whose name I don't remember. Oh, BS. Boring Springs BS. That's great. Horses, 1,000 meat. Hey, some more hay. Give me that needle. Give me that needle. All right. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. Tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All of my horses keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, God, yes. Thank you. Please. I'd go fetch it myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat for each of them we find. How many are there? 3. Here, let me see your map. They pretty much always run away to the same place. He draws 3 little pictures on your map of the Orho Mine, Boring Springs, Boneyard, and Thousand Snakes Gulch. Why these places? I think the environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed them these oats. I should send it back here. You got a bag of homing oats. Brimley's location-aware oats. They're healthy and expeditious. How does it work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Okay, will do. See you later. Let's see. You said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how. It's embarrassing. I was going to get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in the office and said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or I'm pretty sure she's just being sarcastic. I see. Well, we happen to have a bottle of Nurse Whiskey. Let's go see if she wants it. Get lost. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey? Your favorite, I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. All right, hold on. You hear a little rattle and she unlocks the door. In we go. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. Shows our hand. Whiskey, stat. I'll give it to her. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask, then she takes out of her pocket, then she puts the flask back in her pocket, starts chugging it out of the bottle. Jeez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here? Me or you? Okay, point taken then. So Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything all right? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out, and I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... she then glares at you meaningfully. So what's the matter, Doc? You're about to say, what's up, Doc? Clearly. So what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask me what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking? Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that. Dead men walking? Haven't you seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut. I'm going to take a bite out of the living? Nope. Well, just count your lucky stars and stay at a town cemetery then. As we see now. Okay. We got up here. We got vanity. Doesn't look like you see much use. We'll preen a little bit. Yeah. Pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. Here we go. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're going to do much good. In the doom-forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. Check out the books. Let's see. Survey the books on Alice's shelf. They're all medical textbooks, except for a few. We'll look through the Legend of Curly's Meat. This book tells the story of a legendary treasure and a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not in the secreted, not secreted, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. Let's look through Life and Works of Fred Ferguson. This book purports to be the Civil War surgeon's autobiography. You flip through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons to drink alcohol. Drinking alcohol is bad, so it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. Haha. At least there are some useful appendices in the back and some diagrams of appendices. Get a little XP for that. Let's leaf through the Gombonoid Tongues, a primer. Start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed by the time you take a break from reading several blurfs have passed. And you also know that blurf and goblin word for hour. I've learned to speak goblin tongue. Speak a little bit of goblin, at least enough to order beer, which is the most important thing. So let's make a tree and leaf. Stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning it, or she never cooks. Wow, this shouldn't be. Shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? Maybe we can ask her about it. Nope. Okay, maybe later we can. So, all right. So she's worried about dead men walking. Sheriff needs to get a gang. There's a lady in there who's upset, and this guy needs his horses fetched. So let's look at our inventory. Does this board do more damage than the brass knuckles? It don't. So we're sticking with the brass knuckles. I say we start with the mine, and as where Bill said to look, so let's look behind the outhouse. We got a shovel. He wasn't kidding. Now this would be a funny thing to kid about, I guess. Excuse me one moment. I have to cough. Sorry about that. Need a little drink. All this talking. Got the shovel. A device for turning the ground into holes. So we have there's still some meat ore in this cart. Let's dig through it. 50 meat, score. Let's see if we can do many of these. Oh, another mug. Don't mind if I do. Let's go into the mine. So this mine has, the mechanism is labeled cargo elevator control. A poster on the wall reads blasting cap storage, plungers, both kinds, tools. Let's bring up the tools. Here's another meat cart. Mine cart is still full. Let's dig through it. We get some unrefined meat nuggets. And what do we got here? We got a toolbox. It's locked. Well, thankfully we can pick the lock. But using one of our needles. Managed to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Crowbar is one of nature's simplest machines. Exactly what you want on your side. If a thing has a lid and you don't want it to have a lid anymore. It deals some damage. Actually, does it deal more damage than... Yeah, it's actually a better weapon. We'll equip that. Alright, let's go for the blasting caps. This looks dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. Hey, look, some crates. Crates are labeled blasting caps. The period's part of the label. That's why it's inside the quotes like that. Let's grab one. Probably one of the crates open with your crowbar and grab a blasting cap. So, blasting cap. Where'd it go? Device for converting electricity, which has only recently been discovered, into explosions, which are awesome. Alright, only one floor left to go. Also, the way it dances with the flickering flame, it's great. Plungers! The sign lied, though. There's only one kind. Take it. Alright, so... let's, this looks dangerous. Let's hook a plunger up to it. Fighting against your instinct for self-preservation, you hook up a plunger, and strung it a fair distance away. This makes you nervous. Press it. Press the plunger, nothing happens. You've run it with the blasting cap. Okay, you've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. Boom! There we go. Alright, another cart of meat. 50 meat, a little hole here. Let's dig some. We get a silver nugget. Nice. And here's a horse. You see a dark horse. Barely. Approach her. Hey, girl. It's okay, I'm a friend. Winnie. Horse shies away from you. Though in case it's more like crippling introvertedness away from you. Reassure her. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought you some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Let's pat her on the nose. Reach the pat her for the nose, or stuck steps further back in the shadows. Oh, come on. Nay. Feed her the oats. Take a handful of the oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go. Yum yum. Snort. She sighs away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat the oats yourself. Take a handful from the bag and toss some in your mouth. Ugh. It's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food, don't ask. You smile to show your horse you're fine and realize you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these are powerful. Horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See, perfectly fine. Feed her the oats. Take a handful of oats, hold them up to the horse. Let's pat her on the nose. The horse hunches her shoulders, seem to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee. So that's something. There's a good girl. Winnie? Feed her the oats. Horse finally seems to act up around you. So you offer her a handful of oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn to look, but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. All right, so let's get out of here. Let's go to the boneyard next. A little combat action here. Let's read some of the gravestones. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring. He was actually a really interesting guy. Got another mug. Grab that. Benjamin Crockett. He showed up way too early. Let's see. Beauregard Skeleton, captain of the 3rd Cavalry. Let's dig up the grave and fight him. Alright, so I think we're going to keep the same tactic here. Let's get beefy at the start. This guy's got a lot of health. He's got 20 health. So let's hit him. Bam! Alright, it's going to be at least 2 more attacks. Alright. And done. There we go. Put a stop to Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. We got a sword and we got a tooth. This was on the ground for. This was in the ground for a very long time, then in somebody's mouth for a very short time, and now it's in your backpack. Here comes the cavalry saber. So. I believe this does the same damage, 5 to 6, but you know, a sword's cooler than a crowbar, so we're gonna equip that. There we go. A skeleton. You've got. You're not getting past without a scuffle. A scuffle it is. Let's get beefy again. And this time we're gonna one shot. Bam. Alright, so now that we've seen the combat a little bit, I'm going to turn the combat speed up a little bit. Just to make it go a little faster. This guy just wouldn't stay put. Hey! Another horse. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky, translucent horse. Approach her. Approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously, so as not to startle her. Though you quickly come to the realization that it's not the horse that startles easily. Hello there. Hi, I'm a friend, okay? Nay. That's a little strange. How you did that without opening your mouth. Let's pat her nose. You pat the nose of the horse, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you'd want extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her nose again. Yep, still cold. Let's feed her the oats. Here you go, girl. Have some oats. Hold a handful of oats to the horse, and she just sort of stares right through you. Brr. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. Let's try the oats again. Hold out the oats again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Winnie! Is that a yes? Weird. Okay, add some grave dirt to the oats. Sprinkle some oats with just a little bit of grave dirt, and then hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at you and eats them. Nay. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Bizarre. Let's check out these last few here. Timothy Cochran, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, beloved daughter. And Silas Cochran, a baby. Yep. Okay. That's pretty much all we have to do here. Let's go back to Boring Springs for a moment. Because remember that girl did have a tragedy. Oh, we can shovel out the poop for experience. Shovel that poop. Get all that poop out of here. And then some loose dirt. We get another mug. That is 4 mugs in total. Alright, let's have a chat. Woman glares at you. Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. Sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and muddles into her whiskey. I saw it happen. I saw the whole damn thing and couldn't do nothing about it. Bartender said it was cows. Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. You see, Mom and Pa used the ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess passing herds sniffed out. It used to be a cow ranch, and they attacked. A couple of days ago. Happened so fast, I didn't have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door, and fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What did you do? There wasn't anything I could do. I couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire. I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She fills her mug from the bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. Well, what will we do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here. No desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Up on the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to get it for me. Yeah, I'll go get it. All right, so now we have the ranch. Let's go to Susie's ranch. Cochran Ranch. Ouch. There we go. All the water in this trough has been boiled away. Susie's ranch is burned to the ground. The outhouse is the only thing still standing. Can't get past that cactus. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. Let's go through that door anyway. Anything in this box? No. Looks like somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. Let's grab it. Got a varmint skin and knife. These pies were not safe. I didn't even look at the knife. This is a knife optimized for separating varmints from their hides. Allows you to collect skins from the beasts after combat. And now we have a flaming cow skull. This thing looks angry. You're not going to make it to the safe without dealing with it. Deal with it. It's pretty much the same strat. Let's get all beefy. Hit it with our sword. It's only got 15 health. Boom. Give it a little fire breath on us. That's annoying, but now the fight's over. Yeah, you regain all your HP after every fight, which is nice. You don't have to worry about healing up in between fights or anything like that. You start every combat with max everything. It's a Cochran family gun safe. Let's grab a rifle. It's an old rifle, but has obviously been well cared for. There are 6 little notches carved in the stock. All right. So let's go back to Boring Springs. Give her rifle. Let's see. Find my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here it is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeves across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Larry. Thanks, Larry. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a moment and then looks back at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough while I'm in misery. Time to hit the road. If you want me to tag along with you when you head west, just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. All right, and we got the horse to get. One more horse to get in a gang. So I wanted to get that knife first, which you're going to get from that quest, because here's some varmints to skin. They look sleepy, but not that sleepy. So we'll get beefy just to ensure this is a one-hit kill. Boom. Done. And there, we got the rattlesnake skin. You whip out your trusty varmint skin and knife and go to town. So we want to get these skins. There's a reason why. Another snake. What is that? Oh, it's a cloud. Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. Here we go. Again, get a little beefy, and then get a little attacky. This one bit back and poisoned me, but now it's dead. All right, so you whip out the trusty varmint skin and knife and do what comes naturally. So, put it on a hat to add +3 muscle. Okay. Interesting. Pointy. All right, now on this snake, we're going to do something. This snake looks real angry. You're going to need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. Wow, these tricks are quick. We're going to surrender this fight, and there's a reason why. So this is the hardest part of figuring out how to get 1,337 meat, by the way. So defeat. Defeat is not that big a deal in this game. In fact, we use it here to get some dynamite. You wake up in a heap next to the snake, you feel a lump underneath you, and realize you're lying on top of a stick of dynamite. Combat items like this one can really give you an edge in combat. When you fight a snake again, try tossing at it. So I think that's supposed to happen in case you go to this guy first and lose, but dynamite has another use, and we are definitely tough enough to take this guy on. So it's only going to be 2 attacks here. Boom. And boom. So, and there we got our 3rd snake skin. Alright, this horse has gone snake crazy, or maybe just some other kind of crazy. Let's approach him. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? Is it, it's cool, alright. Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Winnie. Let's look into his eyes. You calmly look in the horse's eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare. The other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now. It's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Pat his nose. Carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit. Okay, a lot. But seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eye or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around that skull is. That's a good boy. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? Got a little treat for you. Snurf. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away, winning, or rather, hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Cool. Alright, so if we go back to Boring Springs, remember, actually, wait, let's go to the Fricker Gang's hideout. Let's see. Thud, Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be napping. Wake him up. Just shoot him. Ignore him. Let's wake him up. Poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar. If we assume that it's 7 years from now, and that idiom makes sense, you feel kind of bad at the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Okay, you're probably right. Someone's off into the desert. You'll probably be fine. Honorable perk. You have a strong moral compass and an accurate, ethical protractor. Honorable options will be available in some situations. Sweet. So, unfortunately, we can't harvest this. I think the survival skills book would have let us do it. Pile of random stuff for the Fricker Gang stole. Finders keepers. Another mug and a pair of silver cufflinks. Gotta make sure to turn in those mugs before we leave. Let's head in here. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in the bathtub. Tie him up. Can you pass the soap? Remember that guy who was looking for soap? He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap, sinking deeper into the bathtub. You got the bar of soap. Dr. Schweckleton's Pure Castile Soap. Where this comes from, they call it thope. And let's tie him up. Grab a nearby length of rope, carefully tie his hands together, and then to the handles of the tub. The sheriff can come collect him later. Let sleeping bandits lie. So here he goes, the last 2 guys. You caution approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so that doesn't actually require that much caution. Hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop the conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet. We gather his name is Snipe. And the squirrely one is the brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Oh, let's approach them and talk. Hey, boys, deal me in. Or that the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? Let's see. It's Bimmy? You're under arrest or here for the sheriff's door. It's Bimmy. He squints at you. Bimmy? You ain't Bimmy. Let's see. I am too. Back me up here, Snipe. Snipe peeks up. Don't take but one eye for you to see what you're full of, dead man. They both draw their guns. Guess it's gonna get bloody. Oh well, I'm sure. I wonder if there's a chat option where that would have been. I would have been able to trick them and not have to fight them. So, again, let's get beefy. And let's take out Snipe first. Oh, he only has 5 health. Excellent. Goodbye, Snipe. And I guess he missed. We'll just hit this guy. Oh, that one hit. And there goes the fight. Leaders of the Fricker Gang are dead by your hand. The sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. Time to take the sheriff's door. There's another mug. Ill-gotten gains, 50 meat. Don't mind if I do. And grab the sheriff's door. So yeah, let's head back to the town of Boring Springs. Got some stuff to do here. Oh yeah, she said she'll come with us. Oh yeah, I found these mugs. There we go. Much obliged. So it's okay. Let's sell some stuff with this guy. What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kind of things. For instance, dagnabbit, there's a centipede in my biscuit barrel. Piece of Sawyer's whiskey. Pete knows the nugget of silver you found earlier. I'm not going to sell the nugget of silver. I will sell the unrefined meat ore, though. Pleasure doing business with you. Let me check my character for a second. Alright, we should be fine here. Let's see. These guys are playing poker, at least trying to. Keep looking back and forth their hands. How to play poker cards. To the how to play poker cards. A card that came with their deck. Biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Can I play? They look nervous. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. Put 20 meat on the table. Sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s plus a 2, a 3, and a king. Let's bet crazily. Eat this. All in, suckers. Sweat gushes from their faces. They each read how to play poker card again. Eventually, they both add 20 meat to the pot. Okay, read them and weep. You show your pair of 10s plus 2, 3, king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces. And the guy on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 of hearts. Let's intimidate them. Let's see. You explain the jacks are worth 9 points each and give the guy on the left a total of 21 points. The guy on the right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. And the king means they each have to pay you in human teeth or extra 10 meat each. They gasp and push more meat across the table at you. You collect your winnings and stand up. The guys thank you for helping them learn the game. 60 meat, the easy way. All right, let's go here. Step right up, step right up. Let's see. So I'll trade you the soap for a lock. Might as well. We got a nice little lock. The padlock's got its name because it's like a wizard that protects your house. I've got the Rattler skins. Oh my! He grabs the skins and you get a fine silver pocket watch. The pocket watch is both fine and dandy. And then no more trades right now. And let's return the door. I see the Fricker Gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue the cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on the hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got 4 times more secure. And are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2. That sleep on the job. I'll go round them shortly then. Looks like I'll owe you a reward. Produce a big bag of meat. Get another little task for you. If you got the time, should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need. The Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Get a new lock. Just so I happen to have one. That'll do nicely. Sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, accidentally drops the key, and clatters the cell. Hellfire. Well, I don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger. You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. We do. So let's pick the lock. You definitely picked the lock. Unlock the cell door. Better let the sheriff reclaim the key himself. So he's something to do for the day. Unlock the cell for you. The sheriff walks the cell, picks up the key, looks around, looks for a place to hide, and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you kindly, stranger. If Boring Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. That's a good job you done. Don't mention it. Here, have this as a souvenir for your time in Boring Springs. Sheriff replica badge. The plastic facsimile of a sheriff badge. Usually gives it to children who tour the jail. This item goes on your lapel. Thanks, Sheriff. So, hey, we got a little, got a little lapel item there. So, we got a good amount of gear. And enough meat to buy a horse. So, alright, let's go buy our horse. And there we go. All 4 horses are here. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in the mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Haha. Looks like my pale horse has made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Anytime. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? That's a pale horse, crazy horse, dark horse. That's wonderful. That's all of them. I can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Extra hunter meat. Nice. Thanks. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Can you sell me a horse? All right, this is where we pick our horse. Sure thing. I should warn you, though, horses get a mighty attached to their eyes. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. You know, that's the game's way of telling you this is an important choice. So what horse we go with does affect some things in game. So, I'm not going to take the basic one because that's boring. We don't want to do something boring. The crazy one is fun, but I think I'm going to go with the pale horse this game. So I'll go with the spooky pale one. Good choice. It's a good horse if you like that sort of thing. I'll sell it for 1,000 meat. What sort of thing? You know, spooky stuff. Spooky stuff. I don't want to get into particulars. Let's just say she sets a certain tone. Ooh, mysterious. I'll take her. Thanks. Here are the keys. Here are the keys. Ride safe. Let's give our horsey a name. Tina works just fine. Are you sure you want to name your horse Tina? Yeah. All right then, Tina the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. An item southeast west map. This is ostensibly a map, though it's mostly blank. Looks like you'll have to fill out the bulk of it yourself. Thanks. Horse seems uncomfortable when you look directly at her. This is the most typical horse you've ever seen. This horse has someone. Hers look of someone who has seen madness that dances on the other side of the void. It's your new horse, Tina. Let's ride Tina out of town. Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back and unfinish business will forever go and remain unfinished. Let's get out of here. Alrighty then. You properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner, someone to share the trail with, somebody you can rely on, emotional and combat support. Who will you take with you? Take Crazy Pete, Susie Cochran. Get it alone, not recommended. Oh wait, on second thought, don't leave yet. That's right. We have. I forgot we visited the boneyard. We can talk to Alice again. Doc Alice, keeps poor we see on her neck. So what's the matter, Doc? Dead man walking. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to see some outside confirmation. I'm not losing my damn mind. But how is that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know in medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh, ouch. Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it. But, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterward looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Buddy, I don't think you're comprehending the situation. It's not just patients. It's neighbors, friends, husband. Oh, indeed. She turns back, focuses her attention back on the bottle. Well, what's the deal with TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself to bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems drastic. Drastic, hell. No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. Then, do you have any idea what's causing these resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard was there's a fella out west that's caused a necromancer, they call him. Supposedly he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use? Never heard any beanslinger raise the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. What now? About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Maybe somebody ought to try and stop him. Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not? A gray-haired old woman who knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows about surgery. Did you hit your head under the bar stool, kid? You ain't that old. You aren't that old, and if you're going to pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who knows all about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig of her bottle, saying nothing. It sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done for your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away. Then she shakes. I hope that's rain. I'm going to check that during the break. So you're supposed to ride out west by myself, chasing a rumor. Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me. Maybe we can find a guy who put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible, like raising the dead is impossible. This crosses her arm, regards thoughtful. Spark slowly brightens her eyes. All right, kid, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. All right, so now we can leave Mooring Springs on our horse. Yes, and now the dock is an option. We're going to take Susie Cochran. He popped back to the saloon and collect Susie, hit the trail. One last thing before you go. Yes, up until this point, I've been automatically spending your experience points. I'm happy to keep doing it. I promise to give you nice, well-rounded experience. Should I keep it up, or do you prefer to decide yourself where your XP goes? You can always change it later. You can keep spending it automatically. That's fine. It does an okay job. So I'm starting the southeast-west map the Hostler gave you. It only lists two things: Dirtwater and Manifest Road Destiny Company. So we just get those, and we head to Dirtwater. There we go. And this is telling your partner has information for you when she goes all crazy. And so this is where we are. We're going to take our second break. Actually, what time is it? All right, you know what? I think we're going to call it an evening now. We got through the prologue, and there you got a good look at... let's finish this dialogue, and then we'll end it for the day. Hey there, Susie. I check up on some of the ranches in these parts. See how bad the cows attacked are getting. All right. Do you know some? Not in great detail, but I know roughly where a few are, or at least were. I guess we'll just have to see that. There's not one far from here. Discover new map location, Stearns Ranch. What do you think we should do next? We're going to get a move on westward. I reckon the train's the way to go. Didn't that map the Hostler gave you mark the railroad camp or another? Might be worth checking out. Good idea. All right, so anything new in the inventory? It said new, but it doesn't look like we have anything new. And then here's our map. Here's the map proper. We're going to zoom out the whole way. And you can click places to go. You can also just wander. And there you go. So this is west of Loathing. I'm probably going to play this again tomorrow on Thursday. As on Tuesday, we're planning on starting XCOM. It's a great game. I hope you enjoyed the writing, which is very, very good. And it's a fun RPG experience. And that's just the prologue. It gets better and more puzzly from there. There's some very complex puzzles in this game. The KOL team is known. Kingdom of Loathing team is known for their very good puzzles. From interpretations to classic puzzles to their own original stuff. It varies from... There's all sorts of skill levels in there. One of my favorite puzzles from King of Loathing is the chess game, the chessboard game, where you have to make... I don't even remember how the puzzle goes. I just remember a great time figuring out and playing it. Like you have to make moves where every move takes a piece, and the last piece taken gives you your reward. So you're trying to figure out the way to make sure that the queen is the last piece taken, because that gives you the best reward. And it's just a great puzzle to do. It doesn't start in a normal, two row, back row chess. There's like the board's like already a mess out there. I highly suggest checking this game out. I highly suggest checking out Kingdom of Loathing as well. It's a lot of fun. It can't eat your life because you only get to play so much of Kingdom of Loathing every day. And there are some things I didn't touch on that are... There's a whole chat thing, so you can talk with other people who play the game. There's guilds, so you can join a guild and do stuff with the guild as well. There's guild dungeons where everybody works together to complete it. So there's a bunch of stuff to do in that game. I couldn't show you that because I didn't have access in the guild I was in because I haven't played in so long. But I hope you enjoyed West of Loathing. I hope you check it out for yourself. Hope to see you back here Thursday for some more West of Loathing, where we continue adventuring with our cow puncher here named Larry Littlefield. And if you're watching this, encourage you to follow us if I go live again. If you're watching this replay on YouTube, I encourage you to subscribe so if new videos are posted. So find me on Facebook and Twitter right up there. And I hope to see, like I said, hope to see you back here Thursday. Until then, I'll see you next time.